Hello all. Well, just yesterday it was 123 degrees here in the U.S. in Needles, southwest part of the U.S. All up and down California it was 106, 102, 111, 112. The highest I saw was 117. But today the fog has come in and we're cooling down. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. So we've talked about why humans do what they do, but I can't understand why they can't comprehend what it is that we're trying to tell them. When climatologists, scientists, and biologists all have the same message, and a good portion of humanity doesn't believe it. So what's causing this? We've talked about lying a lot and how it's used. But let's talk a little bit in a fun way about hypocrisy. So when I was very young as a kid, we had a fort, like so many kids do, with a group of kids. One of the kids found a stack of magazines. That's all I have to say. We, as kids, cut out all the pictures and put them all over our fort, sort of as wallpaper. And for the next 2 days, we thought nothing of it. We had mostly naked women, but a few naked guys. Well, the parents, of course, got a hold of the news that our fort was wallpapered with this. And I can't tell you how embarrassing that was to all of us. Because as kids, we didn't know there was any, what's the big deal? And that's what my point is. What is the big deal? Why are women's boobs forbidden on a beach? Most beaches will forbid open, clothesless females. They'll allow guys to be stripped all the way down to a G-string, and a female has to be covered up both top and bottom. Why? Tell me why. Is it the size? No, that can't be it, because there are a ton of guys that have bigger boobs than several women. So it can't be the size. A man boob can be just as big and huge and everything else as a woman's, depending on how well, anyway. So, but a female's can't be shown. Do you think it's the size of the nipple, or the ring around the nipple, or the color? Man boobs all do that too. So it can't be that. Well, is it the color? Maybe that's it, huh? The color? Why do I say that? Well, I've always taken National Geographic magazine for years, and whenever they had an article in Africa, and if a female had no top on, they showed it with complete clarity in the magazine, fully topless. Women with babies on their breasts, the whole thing. And there was no problem with that at all. And nobody in society seemed to think so either. But once again, I just kept thinking, why aren't there any women white breasts on here? So it is the color. We never see Asian breasts. We never see white women's breasts in the magazine. Why? Tell me why. Hypocrisy. It's part of humanity. It's used in people's toolbox as much as lying is. Pretty much consistently now. It's one of those tools that we don't need, that we're actually building onto. Why? Why can't we see women's breasts in public, but we can see man's breast in public? I think it's all angels just walk by. I know, what does this have to do with why we're not getting it? Well, I think it's because we're going down the wrong road. We want to not get it because we have to change. We're taught from an early age that white women's breasts are a no-go place for the public. Brown breasts, it's okay in certain situations. Men's breasts, okay everywhere. Hypocrisy. As you notice, the big dick here in San Francisco is now finished. So the same people that put these rules into effect, these hypocrisy rules for the way the U.S. and other countries have to live, are the same people who deny climate change. Just nothing but uneducated. That's all I can say. They just, flat earth, the whole thing, right? And hypocrisy, of course, is one of their biggest and continuously used tools in the box, because it's okay for them, but not us. Alright guys, I appreciate all the ups and the downs and the new subscribers. And until next time. These things are getting vicious. Now I've never seen these yellow eyes before.